In the dark and grimy trench, I crouch, my fingers tracing the intricate gears and cogs of my beloved steam-powered rifle. Its brass and leather accents gleam softly in the dim, flickering light of our makeshift lanterns. Around me, my fellow soldiers shuffle, their faces etched with a weariness that only those who've endured relentless warfare can truly understand. The trench, carved into the muck and mud, is a stark testament to the unrelenting conflict that has gripped our steampunk world, echoing the horrors of a history eerily reminiscent of the Great War. In these last 20 minutes before the order to attack, the atmosphere is suffocating. The air is thick with the acrid scent of oil and the relentless rumble of approaching war machines, clanking and hissing like ancient behemoths. The cold metal under my fingers is both my lifeline and my burden, a reminder that in this age of gears and steam, the tools of war have become as complex as the conflicts they serve. As I examine the steam rifle, I find myself reflecting on how it has become an extension of my very being, a trusted companion in a world gone mad. The intricate etchings and delicate valve adjustments, the rhythmic hiss of steam expulsion, and the weight of the polished brass are constants in my life. They have kept me alive in the chaos of this war, and they now symbolize the razor-thin line between life and death in this mechanized battlefield. Around me, my comrades huddle, their eyes reflecting the same mixture of fear and determination that resides within me. The dim light of our trench reveals grimy faces, etched with the weariness of years of conflict. In whispered conversations, we share stories of home, of loved ones left behind in this industrialized world consumed by ceaseless battle. As I clutch a worn photograph of my family, the faces of my wife and children stare back at me, their smiles fading into the backdrop of devastation and despair. The hope of returning to them, unscathed, is a fragile thread that I cling to. The world beyond the trench, a hellscape of barbed wire and scarred earth, stretches into the distance. The cries of the wounded echo faintly from no man's land, a reminder of the sacrifices we've made and the high cost of this never-ending conflict. The weight of the world's machinery and the brutality of war threaten to crush us, and yet, we stand here, ready to embark on one final, desperate assault, knowing that our mission could very well be the last chapter in our steampunk world's history. In the flickering light of our makeshift lanterns, my comrades and I huddle closely together, the soft glow casting eerie shadows across the trench walls. Our whispered conversations reverberate, punctuating the oppressive silence that surrounds us. The trench has become a sanctuary, a cocoon of camaraderie amidst the looming chaos of the battlefield. We speak of our homes, those distant places untouched by the relentless gears of war, where loved ones wait with bated breath for our return. Each story is a precious escape, a fleeting moment of normalcy that reminds us of what we fight to protect. As the minutes slip away, I find myself sharing tales of my own. I speak of my wife, Maria, and our children, their faces as vivid in my mind as the day I left. The memory of my daughter's laughter and my son's wide-eyed wonder at the world haunts me. The innocence of their existence, worlds apart from this wretched trench, is a beacon of hope that keeps me going, driving me to survive. My comrades, too, open up, revealing their own fragments of a life left behind. We learn of dreams postponed, missed anniversaries, and childhood friends who have become distant memories. Each story is a testament to the humanity that still resides within us, despite the steel and steam that envelops our existence. Yet, amid these whispered exchanges, the specter of war is never far. The distant rumble of approaching war machines reminds us of the peril we face, The looming battle is the culmination of years of struggle and sacrifice, and we understand the magnitude of the final push. Each word, each shared memory, becomes a testament to our shared determination to face the enemy and, perhaps, find our way back to the lives we left behind. As I clasp the worn photograph of my family once more, I feel a renewed sense of purpose. The faces within that frame are the reason I endure the horrors of this steampunk world's conflict. They are the embodiment of hope in a trench tainted by despair. And in these last moments before the order to attack, I gather my strength, whisper a silent prayer, and steel myself for the tumultuous battle that lies ahead. The trench, damp and oppressive, offers a brief respite from the ever-present menace of war. With each passing moment, I find my thoughts drifting back to the battles of the past. The memories resurface, unbidden, like specters from the depths of my consciousness. I recall the endless days and nights spent huddled in similar trenches, the mud seeping into our uniforms, the relentless rain that seemed as unyielding as the war itself. Those who had faced it with me are now memories etched in my mind, their faces intermingling with the living, fading into the fog of time like apparitions in a fevered dream. I remember the friends who never returned from the fray. Their voices, their laughter, their unspoken camaraderie, all swallowed by the maw of battle. The weight of their absence is a constant burden, one that grows heavier with each passing day. I see their faces, forever young and full of hope, just as they were when they marched into the chaos of war. The relentless advance of the enemy's steam-powered monstrosities haunts my thoughts. They resemble the horrific creations of a mad scientist's fevered imagination, walking horrors propelled by cogs, gears, and relentless clockwork engines. Those machines, once a novelty of human ingenuity, have become instruments of death, engines of destruction that bear down upon us with mechanical precision. I've seen them crush our fortifications and mow down our comrades, their ruthless advance unyielding. The battlefields I've traversed have been stained by the blood of countless soldiers, all trapped in a seemingly endless cycle of warfare. The trenches, like scars carved into the earth, have borne witness to the horrors of war. The memories of the fallen, the smell of gunpowder, and the endless echoes of gunfire have left an indelible mark on my soul. The trenches, this crucible of conflict, have changed me. The innocence of youth, replaced by the harsh wisdom of a soldier who has seen too much. I've witnessed the futility of this war, the ceaseless march toward an uncertain future. And yet, in the stillness of this trench, there's a flicker of resilience, a belief that amidst the devastation and despair, the human spirit can endure. As I prepare to face the oncoming tide of steel and steam, I carry with me the memories of battles fought and friends lost. These ghosts of the past serve as a constant reminder of the stakes of this war, urging me forward with a determination to honor their memory, to ensure that their sacrifices were not in vain. And as the clockwork horrors approach, I find solace in the knowledge that I am not alone in this fight, that I carry the spirits of the fallen with me, urging me on toward the inevitable clash between flesh and metal, hope and despair. The mechanical monstrosities of the enemy loom ever closer, emerging from the dense fog like grim reapers of a technologically advanced nightmare. These towering silhouettes cast long shadows over our trench, and their very presence sends shivers down our spines. The stark, cold metal of their massive limbs gleams dully in the gloom, a stark contrast to the battered, mud-caked uniforms of our beleaguered soldiers. These walking war machines, driven by relentless clockwork engines, are a grotesque fusion of human ingenuity and the darkest underbelly of our steampunk world's technological advancement. They clank and hiss as they advance with terrifying certainty, their mechanical limbs pounding the earth in a relentless march. My fingers tighten around the cold, polished wood of my steam-powered rifle, and I can feel the weight of the clockwork horrors closing in on us. These machines are the embodiment of the industrialized warfare that has consumed our world, and our final assault will pit flesh and blood against steel and steam, a battle of survival against implacable, inhuman might. The mechanical behemoths boast cannons that belch flames and death, their barrels spewing bullets with a relentless cadence. The air is filled with the deafening cacophony of their firepower, a discordant symphony of destruction that threatens to shatter our resolve. These weapons, once marvels of innovation, have become instruments of annihilation, raining death upon us with ruthless precision. Each step of these mechanical horrors sends tremors through the earth, a cruel reminder of the weight of our impending doom. Our trench, a fragile haven in this mechanized nightmare, offers no sanctuary from the onslaught. We know that our final charge will be a desperate, calculated gamble, a last-ditch effort to tip the scales in our favor. As I glance around at my comrades, their faces etched with a combination of grim determination and grim resignation, I see a reflection of my own emotions. We have faced the relentless march of these steel titans before, and yet each encounter is a fresh nightmare, a stark reminder of the seemingly insurmountable odds that we battle against. The trench walls, once symbols of safety, now feel like the confining walls of a prison. In this steampunk world, we are the besieged, the underdogs, and the fate of our world seems to hang in the balance. We are about to embark on a harrowing journey, to face the mechanical monsters that represent the worst excesses of human ambition. As the clockwork horrors draw nearer, the tension in the trench is palpable, the weight of impending battle almost suffocating. Yet, we, the ragged defenders of this industrialized world, share a bond born of struggle and sacrifice, a determination to stand firm against the relentless advance of our mechanical foes. We prepare to face the unforgiving march of these steam-driven monsters, clinging to the hope that somewhere amid the cacophony and chaos, the spark of humanity can endure, that we can still forge a future free from the shadow of these mechanical horrors. The trench, now heavy with the specter of impending battle, has become a crucible of both hope and dread. In the dim light, the ticking of pocket watches grows louder, an audible reminder that time is our most unforgiving adversary. The seconds march on with relentless precision, while the moment of reckoning approaches. I find myself checking and rechecking my gear, every cog, every valve, and every bolt. My steam-powered rifle, a masterpiece of intricate design, is an extension of my very being. I run my fingers over the polished brass, marveling at its complex construction. It's a thing of beauty and terror, a mechanical marvel that bridges the gap between life and death in this war-torn world. The weapon has seen countless battles, its gears and springs tirelessly delivering death with each pull of the trigger. It is a manifestation of our industrialized world's insatiable thirst for innovation, a symbol of the relentless march of progress, even in the face of destruction. The rhythmic hiss of steam expulsion is a soothing, familiar sound. It's the heartbeat of the battlefield, a steady pulse that accompanies us into the maw of war. The weight of the rifle in my hands is a reminder of the responsibility I bear, not just for my own life, but for the lives of my comrades who rely on me to stand fast in the storm of battle. In these final moments, I reflect on the countless hours spent maintaining and perfecting this mechanical companion. Each adjustment, Each delicate calibration is a labor of love, a testament to the unwavering bond between man and machine in our steampunk world. We rely on our inventions as much as we rely on each other, and that symbiotic relationship has brought us to this precipice of war. Around me, my fellow soldiers share in the same ritual. They polish their gear, check their weapons, and mutter silent prayers. In these quiet preparations, we find solace, a refuge from the impending chaos. The trench walls, covered in grime and etched with the marks of past battles, bear witness to our ceaseless dedication, our determination to face whatever horrors lie ahead. As I take one final, lingering look at my steam-powered rifle, I can't help but feel a sense of kinship with it. In this world of steel and steam, it is my constant companion, a guardian against the encroaching darkness. It's a promise, a pledge to protect, a pact that binds me to the war machine in the name of survival. The ticking of pocket watches persists, marking the inexorable passage of time. The signal flares, our call to action, pierce the night sky. With rallying cries and steely resolve, we surge forward, a united front of humanity against the relentless advance of our mechanical foes. The trench, our sanctuary for so long, fades into the distance as the chaos of battle engulfs us. The air fills with the deafening roar of war, and the clamor of combat drowns out the last vestiges of hope. We charge forward, into the fray, fully aware of the daunting odds and the relentless sound of time ticking away, pushing us toward a destiny unknown. The signal flares pierce the night sky, their incandescent trails painting the battlefield with a sinister red glow. In that fleeting illumination, I see the faces of my comrades, their eyes alight with a mixture of fear and determination. We know that our moment has come, the culmination of years of struggle and sacrifice. It's the final, desperate assault, and the outcome remains uncertain. With a rallying cry that echoes through the trench, we surge forward, a determined wave of humanity against the mechanical might of our foes. The cacophony of war engulfs us, drowning out the last whispers of hope and replacing them with the merciless roar of chaos. The charge is frenetic, a chaotic storm of steel and steam. My steam-powered rifle comes to life in my hands, belching forth its deadly payload. The clang of metal, the hiss of steam, and the cries of the fallen merge into a discordant symphony of battle. Each step is a leap of faith, a testament to our shared commitment to reclaim the world from the relentless advance of our mechanical adversaries. The clockwork horrors loom ahead, their massive frames an intimidating sight. The gouts of flame and steel they unleash seem inexorable, but we press on. There is no turning back. The trench, our sanctuary, has faded into memory, and our only path is forward. In the midst of the maelstrom, I glimpse the faces of those I've come to know as brothers and sisters in arms. Their determination is a beacon of hope amidst the chaos, a reminder that even in the darkest hours, the indomitable spirit of humanity endures. The battle becomes a blur of relentless action, each moment stretched to the limit. The war machines threaten to crush us, but we push back, driven by an unyielding desire to reclaim our world from the mechanical monstrosities that have held it in their grip for too long. The trench, our refuge, now seems like a distant memory, a fading echo of the respite we once enjoyed. In its place is the fury of war, the battleground where we stake our claim to the future. With each step, we carry the weight of our shared history, the memories of battles fought, and the faces of friends who have fallen. The outcome of this battle remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. We fight not only for survival, but for the chance to break free from the relentless cycle of war. In this moment, Hope is a fragile ember, but it burns brightly within us, urging us onward. Amid the tumult, I realize that we are not merely soldiers. We are the embodiment of resistance, the bearers of a future free from the shadow of these mechanical horrors. As the battle rages on, I take solace in the knowledge that the gears of progress can turn in a different direction, away from the abyss of war and toward a world of peace. The last charge, the final assault, is not just a battle. It's a testament to the enduring strength of humanity, a pledge to reclaim our world, and a beacon of hope in the darkest of times. The battle rages on, an unrelenting symphony of chaos and destruction. The once stalwart trench, our refuge, now feels like a distant memory, a flicker in the grand tapestry of war. The air is thick with the acrid stench of smoke and the bitter taste of desperation. Every inch of ground is contested, and the relentless advance of the mechanical monstrosities is met with a determined resolve that borders on the fanatical. Our comrades fall, one by one, their faces etched with a mix of defiance and fear. In the heart of this steampunk battleground, I find myself running toward the future, uncertain of what it holds. The cacophony of war, the deafening roar of weaponry, and the sheer brutality of the conflict threaten to overwhelm my senses. But in the midst of the chaos, a glimmer of hope endues, a stubborn flame that refuses to be extinguished. The clockwork horrors, once towering and invincible, begin to falter. Their gears grind and their armor buckles under our relentless assault. In this moment, the tide of battle shifts, and we seize the opportunity, driving our mechanical foes back. The battlefield is strewn with the remnants of war machines, their cold, lifeless metal sprawled in the mud. The tide of humanity prevails over the relentless march of steel and steam. Our victory is hard fought, a testament to the sheer tenacity of the human spirit. In the aftermath, as the dust settles and the smoke dissipates, I stand amidst the wreckage, the weight of the world's machinery no longer pressing down upon us. The trench, once a sanctuary of anticipation, is now a fading memory. It is a stark reminder that in the face of relentless conflict, humanity endures, and even in the darkest hours, there is a glimmer of hope. As I reflect on the battle, I realize that our victory is not just a triumph over the mechanical horrors that have plagued our world for too long. It is a victory for the enduring spirit of humanity. It's a pledge to forge a path towards a world where the relentless gears of war can slow, where the machines of death can be replaced by the machines of progress. The faces of fallen comrades, etched with memories and sacrifice, linger in my thoughts. Their sacrifices were not in vain, and their memory fuels our commitment to a future free from the shadow of war. The trenches may be empty, the battle may be won, but the war for our world's soul continues. In the aftermath of the final assault, we stand battered but unbowed, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. The gears of progress, once twisted and perverted by war, can be realigned toward a brighter future. Our victory is a promise, a hope, and a testament to the enduring resilience of the human spirit in the face of the most daunting challenges.